What's up, people? I'm Shaggy the Opinionated Hippie, and I have a random album review. Go check this out. I think it's a good listen, so maybe I can get someone else to think it's a good listen. Review of the Blues Brothers soundtrack back from 1980. Two things before we talk about the album. How does it connect to Frank Zappa? Saturday Night Live. They both were on it. Secondly, who's in the band? I think it's like what? It's Booker T's band mainly. Yeah, I don't think any of these people were on the... Oh, Bill Payne played on the album, even though he's not in the movie. Interesting. Yeah, who else? Yeah, just nobody that I think played. Yeah, some of the Saturday Night Live people. All right. Yeah, so there's some crossover here. All right. There's more than just the fact that they were on Saturday Night Live. But the second thing I wanted to say after pointing out the Zappa connection is I do this thing. I own more music that I can realistically listen to, unfortunately, over the years, collecting it for 40 plus years now at this point in time. And so I do this thing pretty much every other year where I will do this thing where I will I'll pick some kind of gimmick to listen to music. So while I'm still listening to new releases and I'm still listening to like Dead and Zap and all that stuff, I have a time where I will January this year was only A artists. And I would go through my vinyl and my CDs and listen to A artists that I had not listened in a very long time. February, I'm on B. And I had not listened to the Blues Brothers soundtrack in far too long. Popped it on last night. Absolutely loved it. And so I was like, more people need to hear this. When I was a kid, my mom and dad were divorced, and with my dad, we used to go to movies a lot. And sometimes we'd go see a movie on a Friday night. And there were 3 instances in which either I, my sister, or my dad, or the 3 of us loved a movie so much that we went and saw it Friday night and Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. One was Grease. One was Smokey and the Bandit. The other one was the Blues Brothers. And I think we went and saw it Friday night, and I think Saturday we went and saw a matinee, and then afterwards we went to Licorice Pizza, best record store ever to exist, and we each got a cassette. My dad bought one for his car, and he bought us one to take home and listen to. I still have my CD version of it. I don't have my cassette version. And it's just a bunch of blues covers, a bunch of like old rock covers that have like blues in it, some Aretha Franklin, some Ray Charles, some Taj Mahal, some Steve Winwood and the guys of Spencer Davis. They don't all work. I think some of them are weaker than the original, but the selection, there's a James Brown song, the energy, I do think some of them are comparable to like the originals in that you have like Aretha Franklin singing Think on here, and this is a good Think. It's just these old school blues guys and R&B guys and soul guys and funk guys doing amazing songs with the Blues Brothers band playing the music. And I think the track listing is perfectly sequenced. I think the songs chosen are great. If you've seen the movie, you know the material, but it's also good enough to listen to. And I really think if you haven't checked it out, you don't need to see the movie to enjoy it. But if you listen to this first and then you go see the movie, you'll enjoy it more and it'll be put in context. It's 11 songs. There's nothing really too long on here. There's like a Sweet Home Chicago that kind of gets jammed out, which if you've seen the movie, you know why. Opens up with Taj Mahal, She Caught the Katy, and it's got a much more dramatic dun-dun like build, and the band just sounds great. I think this is Belushi doing the lead vocal on this, and just his vocals are just fantastic. She caught the Katy, left me a mule to ride. I heard this before I ever heard Taj Mahal's version, and I go back and I listen to Taj Mahal's version, and I do like the way this leads off the album. I think it's better than Taj Mahal's version. Hate to say that, but this She Caught the Katy is fantastic. Then we get a cover of the Peter Gunn theme, Gimme Some Lovin', which is a little cheesy and thin. I don't think it compares to many other versions of Gimme Some Lovin'. Then we get Ray Charles singing Shake a Tail Feather. Come on and let me see you shake a tail feather. It's a great performance. It's a fun performance. The actual movie version is a little bit longer because there's a little dance sequence thrown in, but this is a nice, tight, less than 3 minutes. Awesome Shake Your Tail Feather. really just, Ray sounds great on the keyboards, and it's fun version. Um, then we get a cover of, I think Solomon Burke might have been the original. I'm not sure. I know he helped write it. I don't know if he did it first. Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. It is just this really upbeat, show-stopping. There's a really nice, I think it's like Dan Aykroyd goes into this really nice, calling out the audience. Really good energy. Was one of my favorite songs back in the 80s. I still just, the energy on this is fantastic. And then side A closes out with The Old Landmark with James Brown singing it with this awesome choir. And it's just like a call and response, the whole thing. Going down to the old landmark. I mean, it's rapid fire. It takes place in a church in the movie. It's like you got this gospel choir singing and people dancing and going crazy. And the energy is just palpable in the release. It's just such an awesome performance. Side A. Side B has what I think might be the best thing on. Both sides open up with like irresistible songs. We get the movie version of Aretha Franklin's Think, and she's just bringing it. She's bringing it. She brings it in the movie. She brings it in the performance. She's like top notch. She's like, it's a little bit faster. It just seems like it's going a little bit harder because Aretha knows this song a little bit better. She's a little more confident at this point, though she was really confident back in the day. Just a really good cover of Think. You better think. Think about what you're trying, and she just thought, now I want to be, I mean, her Aretha's performance on this is just, it's next level. We get a theme from Rawhide, which in the movie, you know why it's there. Kind of funny. We can even get that whip sound in there. Then another absolute highlight, Cab Calloway doing Minnie the Moocher. Man, the call and response. It's a live version. You got the live for the movie version. Get this call and response where he does a where he goes, hidey, and the audience calls and responds. Oh, such a fantastic performance. And Cab Calloway just nails it. Then we get a nice long, just kind of almost a jam band blues rock type, Sweet Home Chicago, the Robert Johnson song. And then the whole thing closes out with Jailhouse Rock, which is probably the most throwaway song on here, but it's kind of fun. But yeah, it's just 11 really, really good songs, and it's a really, really fun listen. It's blues in like the lightest sense of the word, but the energy is good. The production is good. I mean, they're not the greatest singers, but they're bringing it. The She Got the Katy, Belushi sounds great on She Got the Katy. Like, Aykroyd's little rant, his little thing when he goes off and Everybody Needs Somebody to Love sounds great. You got Aretha singing. You got Ray Charles. You got James Brown. You got Cab Calloway. Like, you just can't go wrong, man. So anyways, that's all I got. I want people to go listen to this album because I think it's a fantastic album. So that's all I got for today. And plus, there's a Zappa connection. So, and I'm not going to listen to the other Blues Brothers albums because I checked them out once and it's not my thing. If I'm going to listen to the blues, I'm going to listen to actual real blues artists and not two actors doing this. Though I think in this case, they pull it off. And there is no car chase. So sorry, you're missing an epic car chase, but the music delivers. Well, that's all I got. If you listen to this album or you check it out because of this video, let me know what you think. I think it's fun. It's not it's not the most musically heavy-hitting album in the world, but I think it's a really, really fun listen. And I think you would enjoy it if you like music, because I like music and I enjoy it. And it's enough for me. I like to like things. That's all I got. Listen to this album. Subscribe, like, share, leave me comments on the Blues Brothers on this. If I should check out the other albums, if you're a fan of the other Blues Brothers albums and you think they're worth checking out again, I've never been inspired enough to go back and listen to their other releases. This has been enough for me, but I'm open to changing my mind. So anyways, that's all I got. Peace, love, all that kind of stuff. Peace and take care. Talk to you later.